job.
And Giannis finishes ferociously. Plus the foul.
My thought process and all that is just to get better. That's never going to change. I don't care if we're playing in the finals or me being the MVP, but it's never going to change. It's always about getting better, and it works so far, so I know it's going to work.
There is the MVP ladder on your screen. You see the bearded one is number 2. You see Giannis is sitting at number 1. So, Sekou, it's that time. I mean, the moment that we've all been waiting for. Go ahead. You have the floor. Who is your MVP of this season?
26 weeks of this, Ro, and at the end of it, I think Giannis Antetokounmpo's work on both ends of the floor as the overall best player in the league, the best defensive player, the best player on the best team in the league this season, gives him a edge in a photo finish now.
Okay.
With James Harden, a photo finish at the tapes. You can't be mad with either guy on somebody's ballot, but to me, Giannis's overall body of work all around on both ends gives him a slight edge over James Harden this year. It would have been nice to see James Harden go back-to-back, given where he finished in these past few years, runner-up to Steph, runner-up to Russ. But something about the season Giannis had, lifting the Bucks up to places nobody saw them going, his individual performance to me was strong enough to edge James Harden out at the end.
We did see a drastic improvement in Wynn's style of play with the Milwaukee Bucks, but just for the sake of conversation, we got to show some love to the Beard, because if you look at what he did, 9 50-point games, the most since Kobe did it back in the day, 32 consecutive 30-point games, and by the way, the Rockets' record was 21-11 during that period. This was a team that was sitting at the 14th spot, looking to collect lottery balls at one point. Now they find themselves up in playoff position with home court. I mean, you got to show some love. I mean, 3 50-point, 10-assist games? Come on, dog.
No doubt. The scoring tear that James Harden went on this year was remarkable. And I know for years we've always valued scoring in this category above all else. There is a Defensive Player of the Year award that a player can win. But there's something about a guy winning at the level that Giannis has won this year in terms of the Milwaukee Bucks. This 160-win team in this league, bro.
That's
Giannis Antetokounmpo is the leader of that team. Last year, James Harden, when he won his, league best 65 wins. The same metric that lifted James Harden to his MVP last year is the strongest case this year for Giannis.
See, that's why we pay him what we do. We put a bow on this present. We've delivered to you the conclusion of the race of the MVP, brought to you by Kia. When we return, NBA TV, don't go anywhere. Why would you?
Sports fans are gearing up at NBAstore.com, the official store of the NBA, with officially licensed fan gear from the most trusted brands like Nike. Unique one-of-a-kind designs exclusively by Fanatics, and autographed collectibles from today's biggest stars shipped directly to your home. Visit NBAstore.com today. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
There's a place where speed bumps don't exist, and donuts are served fresh every morning. There's a place where speed bumps don't exist, and donuts are served fresh every morning. The mayor, there's a place this guy where speed bumps don't exist. Is a straightaway fresh every morning. In the Muscleville, there's a place where speed bumps don't exist. Is a straightaway fresh every morning.
I ran out of stores.
Yesterday, I had to delete a picture of my grandma. Why? So I could take a picture
You want to do if you're Milwaukee, turn the basketball over on the road.
Siakam sets it up for Green. Again, not able to hit from three.
Expect a short hook again with Green.
And Danny Green over the years has been an outstanding three-point shooter. Now Mike Budenholzer takes a timeout. Bucks 9, Raptors 6. You're watching the NBA playoffs on TNT.
Get it? Who woke the neighbors? Yup, your boy did it. When you see that fire, I lit it. I make that party rock. Have to get up, stand up, hands up. It's time to rock, so get to it. Turn it up, let it play. I wanna hear that sound till my windows break. Turn it up, let it play. I wanna hear that sound till my windows break. Turn it up, just turn it up. Cause we're gonna celebrate every time a window break from that sub-frequency. Let it go, let it out, let it play. Get wild like you ain't got no decency. You never rocked like this recently. That's cause easily we turn it up, let it play.
Raptors fans, it's game 6 in our house. You see what it says on the center court. Let's hear you make some noise.
Welcome back to Toronto, where history is on the line. I'm Kristen Ledlow. Before this game, Coach Nurse told us that all season long, his team's focus has been on April, May, and June. Those months are even written down in the team's locker room. So I asked him where his focus is in Game 6. He said there are 5 things. 1, we limit our turnovers. 2, we score the ball, which of course sounds obvious, but it limits the time that Milwaukee spends in transition, which is where Giannis is best. 3, be great defensively in transition. Build a wall against their penetration. 4, pressure the ball. And 5, close out on shooters. Then, guys, he laughed and said, you notice the common denominator? All of those things stem from effort.
All right, Brook Lopez was just rejected. Good ball movement here by the Raptors, who have not scored the last 3 minutes. Siakam goes at Lopez. Push back to Lowry. Shot clock down at 3. A bad pass. Here comes Giannis with Gasol back. Gasol took the foul. rather send Antetokounmpo to the foul line.
Multiple defensive efforts by Gasol on that play. He comes to double Giannis on the perimeter and gets back in the paint to block Lopez.
And Reg on that other end, Siakam is going to have to beat Lopez off the dribble. He can't be a wasted space out there. Has to make that mismatch work for his team. Giannis at the line is just 30 of 50, including the 2 air balls, one in game 3, one in game 4. Regular season, he was 73%. Be courtside from anywhere and download the NBA on TNT VR app powered by Intel True VR. Now available on Samsung Gear VR and Oculus Go headsets.
And Giannis is only 13 of 28 last 3 ball games from the free throw line. That's roughly around 46%. So anytime the Raptors get an opportunity to put him on the foul line, they're going to do exactly that. Make him earn it.
One bounce pass and a beauty from Bledsoe to set it up for Giannis.
Well, that's about the pace. That's why Coach Nurse said we have to do 2 things along with the list that Christian Ledlow gave. Make shots as well so that we can control the pace and take away runway and that space from Giannis.
9 unanswered points by the Bucks. Siakam stopped by Lopez. Here comes Bledsoe. Middleton. Guarded by Green. And a foul is called against the Raptors. It is on Siakam.
How about the pass right there from Bledsoe to Giannis? That's what I'm talking about, that pace. And Siakam, he can't post up Lopez. He's going to have to get him at beyond the 3-point line and then attack that front foot with the dribble.
Cater to your strength.
Yeah.
I mean, why try to go over him in the paint?
Here is Lopez taking to the rim. Giannis sitting down. He'll get a rest. Ersan Ilyasova has come on. Mike Budenholzer will give him short bursts on the bench. Here's Green again for 3. He's missed all 3 attempts.
And maybe time you have to go get Fred VanVleet in.
VanVleet was terrific the other night. He's been hitting his 3s the last 2 games. Middleton. Ilyasova with the rebound, but missed it. George Hill on the floor now for Milwaukee. Picks up Leonard on a switch. Lowry with a catch and shoot. Yes. So that is the first field goal in quite some time for Toronto. Kyle Lowry been playing through that painful sprained left thumb. Had a solid game 5, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Here comes Leonard ahead of the field. They chase him down. Oh, what a play by Bledsoe. Was able to get a piece of it to knock it aside.
And how about Lowry diving on the floor for that ball? Mark, you just mentioned the fact that his left hand is hurt right now. And so their leader, Kyle Lowry, hits a tough 3-pointer on the other end, gets in the fray, tips it out to Kawhi Leonard streaking down court.
So it is a foul on Bledsoe, but a hustle play to stop the layup.
Yeah, all on. Good call there by the officials. And you're right, C-Web. In an atmosphere like this, as Norman Powell comes in for Danny Green, it's those 50-50 balls.
Yes.
I mean, you want to move on. If you want to extend your season, if you're Milwaukee, it's that type of effort that you're seeing from Kyle Lowry here, sacrificing his body, a hurt thumb, hand, getting on the floor.
How about Kawhi Leonard? He's now 48 to 52 at the line in this series, which is 93% free throw shooting. Pat Connaughton has come on now for the Bucks. Giannis is back.
Antetokounmpo over Gasol and knocks it down.
And if you're Gasol, that's exactly the way you want to play it each time, because if you get too close to Giannis, he will go by you, dunk on you, and the rest of your team. See if he can knock down that mid-range, opening up.
Siakam on a crossover. And score.
And that's what you got to do. Instead of trying to go up over Gasol, take these bigs out on the floor and use your quickness to get around them.
Antetokounmpo now played by Kawhi Leonard. Good ball movement. They're working the ball around very sharply, but not able to put it in the hole. Here comes Norman Powell. Powell on the drive, and that will count. It's a goaltend. Norman Powell has had an excellent series, and a foul's also been called.
Fouls on Connaughton down low. The push down low as Powell is going up, and here's the goaltend by Antetokounmpo. Norman Powell continuing his stellar play in this series off the bench for Nick Nurse and the Toronto Raptors.
So one shot for Powell. Had a quiet game 5, only 2 for 7, 8 points, but Reggie, as you mentioned, he has had a strong series. Game 4, 18 points, 4 threes. Game 3, 19 points, 3 threes for the 4-year man out of UCLA.
This is when the Bucks get in trouble, when it slows down in half court.
Hill, yes, George Hill. That ends a 10-2 Toronto run. Leonard, off the fake. Powell, played by Connaughton, and blocked by Connaughton, who saves it. Here's Hill, trying to pull it up. Ilyasova for 3, yes! Ruslan Ilyasova has been quiet recently, but earlier in the playoffs against Boston and against Toronto, he had some big games. Milwaukee is now 4 for 6 from downtown. What a play by Connaughton to get this going, and then Ilyasova does the rest. 5-point lead for the Bucks.
All right, Scotiabank Arena, would you please welcome to the court the youngest members of our entertainment team? It's time for the Raptors Little Ballers.
Woo! Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. 4 points. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh!
Do the rock away. Now lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back, come on, 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 lean back, 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 lean back, lean back.
Absolutely incredible. Toronto, make some noise for your Raptors Little Ballers.
All right, Raptors fans, it's time to get you guys up out of those seats as we got some giveaways all around the arena. Cat, let's go!
That's right, Susie. We want to get the energy back up right now, so we've got giveaways for the loudest fans. Come on, Toronto, let's hear you.
We got the Northside crew and the teal crew with t-shirts and towels for the loudest sections with the loudest fans. So let's see you make some noise.
point. Look at that. 3 bodies around him. Right here, almost a 3-2 zone. Always in his range. Leonard getting back, but tell you what, none of that matters. The wall does not matter if Giannis gets space and can knock down that 15-footer consistently for the rest of the night.
Fred VanVleet, who turned it around in Game 5, 7 for 13 from the field. All 7 were three-pointers, has checked in. So he and Lowry now in the Toronto backcourt. Serge Ibaka in for the first time, and a reach is called on Ilyasova.
And this may be a rare time you don't see Kawhi Leonard on the floor while Giannis is on the floor for Milwaukee. Nick Nurse electing to give Kawhi some rest right now, sacrificing and not worrying about Giannis being on the floor.
So Lowry will shoot a pair. 7 of 8 at the line in Game 5. If the road team steals a game in the NBA Finals, you steal a free Doritos Logos taco. For more information, head to TacoBell.com/steal-a-taco.
And with Kawhi on the bench, it's going to be the responsibility of Siakam and Ibaka to switch off and try to build that wall, stopping Giannis from getting to his sweet spot.
And here is Giannis going at Siakam. Fires one up, an awkward shot. Rebounded by Powell for the Raptors.
Nice job there by Siakam, forcing Giannis into a very difficult turnaround shot.
Siakam turning on Ilyasova. The tip missed, and Ilyasova gets to it. Well, that's what Raptors have been doing against Giannis. They have been disrupting his game. Brogdon on the drive. Oh, what a move by Malcolm Brogdon.
So smooth, so efficient, Malcolm Brogdon.
What a start here by Milwaukee in this first quarter.
Here's Siakam, blocked by Giannis.
Wanted to get into the game quickly to kind of help take this crowd out of this building, but you got to do that by making shots.
And that's what Ilyasova does. So he has the touch once again.
And didn't Coach Bud tell us before the game, hey, we can't change who we are. We let it fly all year. We're going to let it fly tonight.
There's a reason why you've won 60 games. You got to have confidence.
Ibaka looking for the 3, changed his mind. Shot clock is down to 5. Lowry on the drive. Lowry with a floater. And back comes Brogdon for the Bucks.
10 numbers.
Hill open for 3. Handled by Brogdon. Shot clock reset. 14.
Mismatch with Antetokounmpo versus VanVleet.
Gives it up, though. Here's Hill from the corner. Yes. The Bucks continue to hit three-pointers as they did in the regular season. They were 35%. They shot the second most three-pointers behind Houston, made the second most behind the Rockets. As a tripping foul.
And we cannot stress enough, the Bucks only shooting 30% in this series with the block by Antetokounmpo there. And then on the flip side, the assist to George Hill, who continues his nice play for Coach Bud off the bench for the Bucks.
Bucks had a foul to give. We're final minute, first quarter. A 10-point Milwaukee lead as they look to stay alive for a 7th and final game back in Milwaukee. Ibaka. And Giannis. Lopez not allowed to shoot the 3, spins his way, throws it out to Brogdon. Nick Nurse wanted to travel, does not get the call, and the Bucks continue their superb shooting. That's a 3 for Brogdon, his second of the night. Milwaukee 12 for 21 at 57%. They're 6 for 9 on 3.
Plus a 15 advantage from the three-point line in this first quarter for Milwaukee.
2-second differential, game clock, shot clock. VanVleet can't find any room now. He does. Throws it out. Ibaka. And that'll do it for a very well-played first quarter by the Milwaukee Bucks. Meanwhile, the Raptors just 6 of 19 from the field.
doesn't get better than this. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
Talk. Everybody be active. Everybody be aware. Cover for each other.
Giannis down the center of the floor. Brogdon left corner. Fires a three. Bingo. Brogdon. And that puts a charge into the crowd. Lob to Giannis. Caught it. Slam it.
Are you kidding me? Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Milwaukee heads into the half with a 3-point lead.
Good, man. We're in great shape. Right? We're in great shape. 24 minutes. Put a little run on them.
Leonard with Lopez there. Step back to three. Yeah! Yes, he did! Kawhi Leonard, free throw line. Kicks out. Freddie VanVleet. Yes, sir! Fred's got 7 triples tonight. And the Toronto Raptors are 1 win away from the NBA Finals.
But a tremendous effort by Kawhi Leonard. 35 points.
It's supposed to be hard this time of year, okay? So stay hungry. Stay hungry. Humble. Get ready to get to work again, man. Get to work again. All right, let's go. Raps, 1, 2, 3. Raps.
Toronto, here with Bucks head coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, before this game, you told us that you were pleased with the offense your team was creating. Can you evaluate that execution in the first?
Well, I think it starts with our defense, like I always say. But, I think we got out. We had good space, and Giannis made great reads and decisions, shared it, trusted his teammates, and guys made shots.
Then defensively, what will be the key to extending the series beyond these 3 quarters?
We just got to keep guard, and we got to, just lay it all out there. We got to keep the ball in front of us. We got to rebound. All just the fundamental stuff.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys.
Second quarter is underway. A 15-2 run here by the Bucks. Over the last 4 minutes of play as a foul is called on Marc Gasol. That is his second. Reggie and Chris, have you noticed that Drake has been considerably toned down, at least for now? Did not even react to the free throws earlier taken by Antetokounmpo as Lopez hits the first of 2. Do you think someone, be it with the Raptors or the league office, said, hey, pull it back a bit?
Well, number one, they're down by 14 points. So
this is right from the start.
I think everyone in this building is a little subdued, but when he missed his first free throw, I looked over there, he was standing up and going crazy.
And look, he got his game face on. He's just focused right now.
He's focused like everyone in this building. Look at you trying to stir certain things up here, Marvelous.
So he is working towards...
He's working towards...
We'll see.
Yeah, Kawhi had to get loose. He has to get loose.
VanVleet. Yes. Fred VanVleet has had the touch the last couple of games as he hits a 3. Lopez had nowhere to go. Just fired it off glass as VanVleet comes across.
Oh, he missed missed it wide open. Gasol, he wanted that shot at the top of the key for a second.
Here's Leonard trying to go to his left, pulls it back, and hits.
See what happens? A bad shot at one end by Lopez. Yes. Easy bucket at the other for Toronto and Kawhi Leonard.
Bucks by 10. A minute and a half gone by in the second as Kawhi commits the foul.
It's a 2 plays here by Kawhi. He finds Van Vliet for the long three. And then the rush shot by Lopez at one end. Patience. And the step back by Kawhi.
You know, Reg, you're so right.
So there's a reaction.
Well, everyone's going to react as a fan. I'm talking about running up and down the sideline. And
it's early, Marvelous.
You're taking to the principal's office, Marv.
Ball deflected out of bounds. Kawhi Leonard in Game 5 was still bothered by that leg injury. Once again, we see the touch of Middleton, who was 8 points. He was a little hobbling, but he looked pretty good. Played 9 minutes in the first quarter, but he was pulled for a rest by Nick Nurse. Van Vliet guarded tightly by Bledsoe. Bledsoe, all defensive team player. Here's Leonard into the paint. And the block by Lopez, stopping Ibaka.
That's 2 blocks already for Lopez, right at the rim.
Blocking on the drive. Bledsoe wide open. They'd like him to shoot it. He does. They're inviting Bledsoe, who had big problems with the outside shot, to take the three.
You're open for a reason if you're Bledsoe. Here's the block by Lopez.
Great play.
Fantastic rotation once again. Lopez, he's averaging close to 3 blocks in these playoffs. And it's on plays like that. So valuable to this Bucks team.
Bledsoe 0 for 3 from the field.
We've seen whichever team played with the fastest pace has usually won the game. Right now, Toronto, if you're a Toronto fan, you want that pace to increase to get you the same shots earlier in the offense so you don't have to prod during the half court.
Foul committed by Brogdon. Nick Nurse going back to Danny Green. Ibaka and Powell will sit down. Siakam and Green back on the floor. For Green and Van Vliet now in the backcourt. Here's Leonard putting moves on Ilyasova. And an offensive foul has been called as Ilyasova hit the floor. That's 2 on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, absolutely led with that left hand. Ilyasova, who led the NBA in charges this past regular season with 50, picks up another one versus Leonard.
It would have been a good play if it was just the shoulder, Reg. Yeah. But like you said, it was the extension of that left arm.
Third turnover for Kawhi Leonard. We're early second quarter. Marv Albert, Reggie Miller, Chris Webber, Kristen Ledlow. From Toronto, game number 6. They tie up Giannis.
Well, that's a swarming wall right there around Antetokounmpo. Look at all the white jerseys. As soon as he goes into his dribble, 3 white jerseys around with a 4th right behind as that last line of protection if he's to get to the rim. And I think Van Vliet's going to win this jump ball right here.
But make sure, I don't agree with that, but make sure you watch Middleton because he has Ilyasova right there.
Bledsoe misfires. Here comes Leonard. Hill defending on Leonard with some help. Leonard lost it.
4 turnovers for Kawhi here in this first half.
The handoff to Giannis. Ilyasova looking for a shot, then goes cross court. Good movement here by the Bucks. Catch and shoot. Middleton not able to hit. Ilyasova hustled it down. Antetokounmpo.
Foul on Ibaka with the push out. 19-8 advantage in rebounding in this first half for Milwaukee. They've been the more aggressive team. We talked about the 50-50 balls. They're finding them. Better effort here in Game 6 than we saw from this Milwaukee team in Game 5.
The Bucks are playing to this point as if they must win.
Well, they do. They must win.
Exactly. Middleton. Pass for Bledsoe, carried out of bounds.
The defensive execution that time by the Raptors, getting all 5 guys in the paint. Great job.
Where has Arias Bledsoe's game gone since that Detroit series?
Here's Green. Nick Nurse went back to Danny Green after he was not able to hit earlier. And Ilyasova has regained the touch. 8 points. He's hit 2 from downtown. And the Bucks 7 for 13 from 3. Ilyasova called for the foul on Van Vliet. Now Kyle Lowry will check back in, as will Pat Connaughton. And Danny Green will take his seat. He's 0 for 4 from the field. Green is coming into tonight 4 of 19 from three-point range in this series. That's 21%. Shot clock down to 6. Leonard. They triple team him. Recovered by Lowry. 1 on the shot clock. And it's a 24-second violation.
Another turnover. 6 now for Toronto.
This good defense. Ilyasova, we know he leads the league in charges, but he also leads the league in leading his man after the Kupo saying, if I can't get the charge, come help me. But how about the Bucks? 5 for 7, 13 points for the bench.
And Toronto, the last 4 trips, has turned it over 3 times.